Well, hello everybody and welcome back to Way of the Hunter. Yeah, so today we are going to be touching the story. We're going to be doing as much of it as I can, at least in some amount of time, and we have got to go through all four of these. Not only that, but I am going to be touching on all of these that we left in the last episode. So, we got the one cabin mission to unlock the private land, and then we have all of the campsite missions. The first one. Bears are a national treasure, but we must never get too friendly with them. Bears that no longer fear humans will not only invade our gardens and eat up all their honey, berries, and apples, they'll also attack humans. Recently, the number of attacks has increased, so I keep telling not only every member of my club, but also every hunter I meet to keep their distance. If you are an experienced shot, it isn't going to be a problem, and you'll be setting a good example. Lintukoto Wildlife Management. Harvest a brown bear. From 328 yards or more. Okay, interesting. The next one. You reap what you sow, or in the case of my obsession, what you feed. Pheasants have a hard time living through our snowy winters, so I feed them peanuts. Then the worst thing happens, one of them gets attached, to the point where it wakes me up every morning with its loud crows, hoping to attract hens, but mostly just disturbing my sleep, and I like to hunt at night, you know. Then the actual worst thing happens. I get attached. Usually it isn't a problem, but this pheasant, whom I have dubbed Peanuts the Hensworthy, is now brainwormed into my psyche with his early crows. I just can't bring myself to put an end to this, though it's been a long time coming. Dear Hunter, you know what to do. I fed it well, so you'll recognize it. It's spectacular. Miko Haya. 5-star pheasant. Okay, next one. Our whole country is in denial of how heavy metals damage crops. So lately I've been investing in ecologically growing sugar beets. Everything would be perfect if it weren't for a giant moose that's been sampling my metal-free beets as if it's on the clock. The harvest season for my crops is yet to come, but it's high time somebody harvested that old bull. Arnie Bicky, sugar beet production. Okay, that's going to be, what is this one going to be? Just a heavy moose. Okay, that's easy enough. This time of year, lynxes are hard to track. You have a hard time finding them with no snow on the ground. They're skittish, wary of humans, and are exceptional at hiding while looking out for their prey. There's a reason why their population is so healthy after all. That's what makes your permit especially valuable. Prove to me that it isn't about you being lucky by showing you can track lynx of different ages. Pekka. So, 3 lynx. The demand keeps growing and we aren't able to keep up. A couple of decades ago, reindeer meat was a rarity in the area, and for too long they were close to extinction. And to this day, few hunting permits are offered. But thanks to the introduction of the western subspecies, we can now run a legitimate business selling it. In these northern wilds, they just won't all be able to survive if there are too many of them anyway. Reindeer meat is lean, soft, and low fat. When cooked properly, it's really tender, so it's no surprise that now that more people have a license to hunt them, the demand is higher than ever. As long as you manage to reach your quota, I'll have a generous reward ready for you. Rijo Venison, Managing Director at Venison Enterprise. Seriously? 661 pounds of mountain reindeer. Okay. The Arctic fox is still the most endangered species on the entire peninsula. The efforts of these past 2 decades have not been in vain. Arctic foxes now safely breed in open environments, partially thanks to the feeders that red foxes cannot access. It also helps that we now have one stable rodent year after another, as Arctic foxes need them in huge numbers to survive in our harsh environments. To help establish the population, we are asked to offer licenses only to the most skilled and responsible hunters in the area. We know that you are one of those people, yet our partners often require proof, so we're asking for your cooperation. It'll be a piece of cake for you to prove your worth, I'm sure of it. Arctic Fox Preservation Group. If they can't learn to adapt, you'll have to force them. Roe deer cause hundreds, if not thousands, of road accidents each year. Each collision has to be reported, even if there are no injuries. But I'm sure if all of them are, there are just way too many roe deer eager to jump in front of your car, no matter how careful your driving is. And them being so small doesn't help. I want to gather more data that roe deer in the area are too careless for their own good. Approach one and see if they let you get close to them. Tarja Kamulainen. 76-yard shot on a roe deer, okay. Mouflons are uncommon in this area, and you are one lucky person to have earned the chance to hunt them. I wouldn't dare to challenge most hunters with this, but I'm confident you're good enough to pull it off without making the animals suffer. We already did this a few times after all, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be your first time with a mouflon, unless you've been challenging yourself behind my back. Pekka. Pekka gives us a lot of these, doesn't she? Him? Without any weapon attachment. Oh, okay. Are we done? We're gonna go to the Lemmy's cabin now. So many. What makes a hunter legendary? Is it respect for tradition, the biggest trophies, an adventurous spirit, or bragging and exaggerating no more than once a month? No. What makes a legend is simply having common hunter sense. You'd be surprised by how few people have it, as if it's some type of sixth sense you have to be born with. So to me, any person with common hunter sense is a legend. For those of you who aren't willing to invest money to become a legendary club member, there is another option. I have 3 riddles for you, and they're all very simple if you aren't new to hunting and you're familiar with the area. Yet it's proving itself to be the best screening I've ever used. If you want to hunt a deer that plays no major role in local folklore, as not long ago it's only populated the peninsula in the warmer months. It's so small that it's surprising it even survives our winter and predators, but don't let its size deceive you. It's smart enough to have established a large population, and it doesn't even require a special permit to hunt. Lemmy Kalevi, founder of the Legendary Hunting Club. P.S. If you can't figure out the solution to my riddles, there's an alternative. Just look for the hidden note in my cabin, as I keep forgetting which animals I actually mean in my riddles. Oh, right there. Hold on. What's this? Moose, large deer, red deer, large deer, reindeer, fallow deer, roe deer, small deer. Expert from Kaliva. First, Ilmarin plowed a field of vipers, then he hunted the bear and wolf of Tione. Finally brought the giant pikehead, captured without the aid of a net or rod. You know what? I'm not even going to look at this yet. We're going to do this quick. We're going to see if we can find any roe deer. Oh my god, finally. And we got a roe deer, 39.08. I guess good thing we shot him. 1-star adult. We're going to sell him. Finish us off that one. We're going to go back to the cabin. That wasn't so difficult, was it? But we're only starting out. The next riddle isn't difficult either, but completing it may prove a bit more troublesome. Though I'm sure if you have common hunter sense, it isn't going to trouble you. I want you to hunt for 2 of the biggest deer species in the area. The first one is the largest and prefers to inhabit the swamps, and the legendary hero Lemminkainen from our national epic Kaleva was even challenged to hunt this animal on skis and ultimately failed the challenge. This isn't the skiing season though, and our modern hunting ethics would advise against it, so your harvest should be able to get away. The second one is also large but uncommon to the peninsula. Here in Lintukoto, we've been making efforts to introduce it widely though, so it's now becoming established in local forests, staying away from swamps and open areas. I'm pretty sure you now have all the information you need, and I'm looking forward to witnessing the birth of a new legend. Oh. There we go, moose. I think that was an ass shot on a red deer, so there we go. That's red deer out of the way now, apparently, yes. Oh, I did get it at the at the top of it first. I did hit it twice. Okay. Well, whoops. Female. Still counts. Don't really care. Here we go. Here's our red deer. Oh, I hit a male. I thought I hit a female. 59.33. Whoops. Male young. You certainly know your deer, don't you? Still, hunting deer is not enough to prove yourself. Another hero from Kaliva, Ilmarinen, was tasked to hunt 2 beasts to prove his worth. The first beast is our national legend that usually leads to a solitary life, unless it's mating season. Our ancestors were so afraid of angering its spirit that they would not name it directly, using dozens of euphemisms instead. If it was ever killed, people had to honor its spirit so it would forgive them. The second beast leads a complex social life, though some occasionally stray away from their group. Our ancestors portrayed this beast as a trickster and a shapeshifter, so they would always avoid having anything to do with it, as it was thought to bring bad luck. Now get going, my friend. Make sure that you gather both beasts in their prime age and let the legend be born again. We need a mature bear and a mature wolf, I've just realized. And in knowing that, we're going to go do the main story. Okay, there's 4 emails. We're going to start with this one. Good day, Michael... Mikhail, I understand it's only your first week, but there are some issues we need to address that were caused by your predecessor, Arturi. As you will soon discover, he was frequently involved in the art of social intrigue, or as we like to call it, Arturi's gossip time. He devoted a considerable amount of time and dedication to creating a web of myths, both on personal and interpersonal level. Despite discussing this with him, he was always feigned ignorance. My personal theory is that he aimed to attract more attention from tourists, but much of the attention he garnered was negative, and I believe he did it purely for his own pleasure, a motive I find perplexing. So what exactly did he do? He fabricated disturbing stories about certain landmarks around Lintukoto Reserve, and I suspect that he created some of these landmarks himself. There's an entire website dedicated to enthusiasts hunting these so-called whispers of Lintukoto. Near each landmark, there's a hidden message on a bottle containing these whispers. Please locate the missing ones and simply rewrite them. People are already searching for them, so we might as well just turn them into something positive. I know the approximate location of one of them, called Bleeding Trees, so you'll find the location in the attachment, but finding the others is up to you. Best regards, Nicholas Berry, Finnish Nature Warden. Lintukoto Reserve website, preserving the beauty of nature one day at a time. I've actually already found all these, so... And I'm going to be looking for any bear or wolf that I can shoot. I think the bear's going to be a little bit easier than the wolf, but we'll get both of them, don't worry. Oh, dude, it's right there.
Bleeding trees. Beware. These trees are not trees, but skinwalkers. Do not turn your back to them. And never come to these forests again. They belong to the skinwalkers. Whispers of Lintukoto.
I'm not really much of a writer.
Am I gotta make choices? I don't want to write something.
Let's channel my inner artery without writing anything too disturbing.
Little Red Riding Hood? Maybe we'll go with that one.
There once was a wolf who could only see the color red. He tore apart other animals because he couldn't see them until they bled. A little girl found out about this and drew him a way out of the forest, using just the color of red. And then she painted herself from top to toe. The wolf found her. Whispers of Lintukoto. There once was a wolf.
Oh, look at that. That changes that. Things okay. Interesting.
The Last Supper. Another piece from the House of Horrors. The perpetrator invited his victims to dine with him before he... Whispers of Lintukoto.
What? I know this table. How did this get here? How did Arturi...
Yeah, I wonder how he got the table over there. Let's go with this one.
Just write down anything. Anything that didn't actually happen at that table. The children set this table up to surprise their parents. And the little boy told the address to someone he shouldn't have. To someone who wasn't a friend.
Rose got a dark past.
This swan is here as a warning. For the swan who terrorized the boats and the people of Lintukoto. Many boats were capsized, and many lives were ended because of the hatred of this creature. Whispers of Lintukoto.
A murderous swan in Lintukoto. Arturi should have been a writer.
Let's make a share effect.
I'm not enough of a romantic to make up a story about swans, but they're fascinating creatures. They already have interesting stories.
Oh, the swan song.
There are many fables and tales about swan songs. In Aesop, a swan sings in the dark when a farmer mistakenly takes it instead of a goose to make dinner, thus saving itself. In another tale, a man buys a swan to sing for his guests at dinner, but it only starts singing when threatened to be served as a meal. In Hecatomythium, a swan is asked by a stork why it greets death so ecstatically when most beings fear death. It replies that it welcomes death as a release from all life's miseries. Whispers of Lintukoto.
That's deep. Damn, okay. There's a bathtub.
This bath was in the famous House of Horrors. No one wanted to buy the house, and a team of psychics soon discovered that the culprit had kept his victims in this bathtub, which became a powerful source of negative energy. The bathtub was thrown away, and it is said that anyone who wanders into its vicinity will be haunted by the nightmares of its previous victims. Whispers of Lintukoto.
I was wondering how he would make an old bathtub into a scary story. Arturi definitely has talent.
Yeah, we'll go with this one.
I don't know. I feel like there doesn't have to be a special story behind everything. It's just here. Influencers dragged this bath out here for a photo shoot, and it's still here. It wasn't a popular photo shoot. Whispers of Lintukoto.
That's a good one. Here's the mushrooms.
Why are there so many mushrooms? You walk further, and you see even more. You smell them even more. The spores invade your body, never fully leaving and festering. Welcome to the road of death. Whispers of Lintukoto.
How are there so many of these growing? I don't want it to sound like it's dangerous to go into a forest and breathe in. I should rewrite it.
We'll go with a pleasant story.
Even though these are poisonous, I wouldn't want people to destroy them.
We'll go with this one.
This is the mushroom aisle for local animals that wish to be wed. Please do not destroy it. The next wedding will be held in 2 days. Whispers of Lintukoto.
This is an old computer.
No one knows how this appeared in the forest. It was just here one day. Even if you steal the screen, it will reappear the next day. You will be missing a piece of your soul, and the equipment will become more sentient and radioactive. Whispers of Lintukoto.
Yeah.
This one was rather meek until the radioactivity thing.
You think? I want to go in this direction. This looks funny.
If people work too much, then this desk can follow them?
This one. How about this one?
Or this is the workplace of Mr. Lynx. Please do not disturb outside of work hours. Whispers of Lintukoto.
Yay. That was funny. That one more? I think it's just the last one. One more we gotta do. Shoot that 1-star mature we just spotted. I shoot it in the head. I was aiming. I don't really know what happened though there. He is very dedicated. Right in the jawbone, actually. 23.66. Let's go. Yeah, it's pretty wonky.
Spinning, spinning, spinning. What is my purpose once I don't spin anymore? This haunted merry-go-round doesn't spin anymore. So it's said that everyone who sets foot inside will die within a year in a tragic accident. List of victims so far. Chardonnay Smith, 2005. Merlot Anderson, 2006. Zinfadel
Oh, they're
Taylor,
all wines.
2007. Cabernet Davis, 2008. Pinot Noir Johnson, 2009. Riesling Thompson, 2010. Malbec Miller, 2011. 2012-2020, unknown. Sauvignon Blanc Robinson, 2020. Syrah Williams, 2021. Gewürztraminer Brown, 2022. 2024, you.
That's a long list of made-up names. They remind me of something.
Yeah.
But why would anyone make up such a morbid story?
Positive superstition. Why don't we go with that one?
Let's make this a good photo spot for people, rather than discouraging them from using it.
Yeah, you know, everyone loves frogs.
If you take a picture here, that night a frog will visit you and give you a kiss. You can make a wish. Just don't forget to brush your teeth beforehand. This frog is picky. Whispers of Lintukoto.
Hey, it's all of them. So, I'm gonna end off this episode here. I know I didn't get to the story yet. We're going to save that for next episode, and I think it's going to be 2 parts. I think we're going to do one episode on the, like, halfway through, and then a second episode on the rest of it. There's just so much, and I wanted to cover all of it, and I didn't think it'd take me 3 videos, but it looks like it is, and I'm sorry. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this one, you guys can like it. And if you guys want to get notified next time I upload, you guys can subscribe. Comment down below. Let me know if you guys want to see more of this stuff, like videos like this. But yeah, no, anyway, this has been good. Just bye. And I'm out. Peace.